The FISA memo gets released, stocks plummet. Q posts about Rothschild estate fire sale, Trump posts about Adam Schiff the liar, and troubling news about the detective in the Madeleine McCann case who commissioned this police EFIT sketch. That and much more straight ahead. President Trump released the Nunes FISA memo on Friday, revealing the true nature and scope of the Clinton DNC FBI DOJ treason, and the stock market promptly sold off 666 points, which Q asks, coincidence? Nope, more like a warning about who controls the markets, and it reminds me specifically of the financial terrorism we witnessed in 2008, which Representative Paul Konjarsky revealed was an electronic run on the banks to the tune of $550 billion.
$550 billion was being drawn out in a matter of an hour or two. The Treasury opened up its window to help. They pumped $105 billion in the system and quickly realized that they could not stem the tide. We were having an electronic run on the banks.
And the subsequent threats to Congress by criminal bankers resulted in the TARP bailout blank check. And today we saw the carnage accelerate with the Dow down some 1,500 points intraday, and this situation may get far worse before stabilizing. After hours, Zero Hedge notes termination event arrives as traders panic. The VIX has instantly spiked to levels not seen since the Lehman crisis, the 2010 flash crash, and the 2015 Chinese devaluation. This in turn has caused S&P and Nikkei futures to crash. And according to sources, Trump attorneys have approved a second special counsel to probe the FBI and Department of Justice, announced on Air Force One today, which in Jerome Corsi's view is Trump's way of hitting back hard against the deep state New World Order attack on the stock market. It's clear the deep state panic over the revelations of treason is resulting in what can best be described as a civil war within our own government, if such a term applies. It's war nonetheless for the heart of our nation, with President Trump battling treasonous politicians and alphabet agencies under attack from both the left and the right. John McCain claims the release of the FISA memo does not serve the interests of America, only Putin's, to which Philip Schuler responded, "You are a bigger threat than Putin is, McCain. You tried to frame a new POTUS and develop a coup. In U.S. history, you fit in between Benedict Arnold and Aaron Burr." And President Trump in turn tweeted praise to Devin Nunes, calling him a man of tremendous courage and a great American hero for what he has exposed and what he has had to endure. The president also took a shot at deep state apologist and operative Adam Schiff, tweeting the following: "Little Adam Schiff, who is desperate to run for higher office, is one of the biggest liars and leakers in Washington, right up there with Comey, Warner, Brennan, and Clapper. Adam leaves closed committee hearings to illegally leak confidential information, must be stopped. There is no better indication of the war within our own government than that tweet." Meanwhile, Q posted this on the 5th of February, Rothschild estate sale, Black Forest. A couple of notes here. The Black Forest is a mountainous region in southwest Germany bordering France, and it is often associated with the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. Think human hunting, think cannibalism, and Q asks, what happens here? Think Hansel and Gretel, which is just the tip of the Grimm horror iceberg. Their tale, The Robber's Bridegroom, the synopsis of which goes like this: yet another man looking to offload his daughter figures he can't do better than the first man that comes along, a gentleman who apparently interviews well. This gentleman invites his bride-to-be for a visit. A dutiful girl, she sets off despite her horrible sense of foreboding. Sure enough, his house turns out to be a den of cannibals, where his kindly, but cannibalism-enabling housekeeper conceals the bride behind a barrel as she watches her betrothed and his friends return with a kidnapped girl, chop her up, cook her, and devour her. And then there's this lovely Brothers Grimm fairy tale titled The Juniper Tree, which begins like this: "You two aren't having any? I've got a feeling that this is all for me. Thus spake a father in the process of eating his son." And back to the Real House of Horrors and Q's Rothschild tweet. It's confirmed, according to MansionGlobal.com, the world's wealthiest family just sold an Austrian hunting estate, almost the size of Manhattan, which the criminal banking family had owned for 143 years. The 5,412-hectare parcel known as Langau was part of a mountainous, densely wooded property that Baron Albert von Rothschild bought in 1875. One might ask, why sell now? And why for just $112 million? And back to Q, marriage for power, not love, Hilton Rothschild. Think Nikki Hilton marrying James Rothschild. And Q notes Soros Clinton. Think Chelsea Clinton marrying Jew Mark Mazvinsky in 2010, who is rumored to be the nephew of George Soros, which Snopes says is untrue. So rest easy, friends, because according to Snopes, this building came down on 9/11 due to localized fires and structural failure. By the way, regarding the Q tweets about the Rothschilds and the implications of human trafficking, human hunting, and human sacrifice, Jerome Corsi tweeted, "Busting sex tourists in Dominican Republic. We are going to follow the lead of Q, sex trafficking and pedophilia to become central in the Great Awakening. It will destroy Obama, Clinton, Soros, and the global New World Order elite, Satanism." And Q concludes, "These people are evil. Still don't believe you are sheep to them?" Q says the hindsight of 2020 vision is coming with the release of vital information to the public which will prove who these people are, resulting in widespread outrage on both the right and the left, leading to justice. Q notes the horrible truth must be exposed first. Follow the light. Also tonight, a sad and disturbing news item to share. Kevin Halligan, the 56-year-old private detective in the Madeleine McCann case, and the one who commissioned the police EFIT sketch that resulted in this image, which bears a striking resemblance to John and Tony Podesta, was mysteriously found dead and covered in blood in the detective's secluded mansion in Normandy on January 8th. The claim is that he suffered a brain hemorrhage, and the pathologist reports no sign of an assault. We're surprised it wasn't ruled a suicide. And finally, friends, make no mistake, this is not entertainment, it's education. Share it with everyone you know. We are at war for the very heart of our nation and our future. Thanks for tuning in.
The evil of this, the satanic nature of the pedophilia that's going on, and the combination of the Satanism with the pedophilia is going to be shocking to the average American.